Good morning, Irene. Welcome to the Summerhill Aged Care Centre. My name is John and I'll be conducting your interview today for the project coordinator role. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm not too bad. First of all, as we commence the interview, what interested you in applying for this position?
John, I would say that the networking opportunities that's involved in the role. So basically just coming in and engaging with other stakeholders and also just being part of the healthcare industry to make a difference in people's lives. And most importantly, to gain experience because as a graduate, it's important that you do become part of the healthcare industry if that's what you've studied in order to gain that experience.
Thank you. Now, having said that, why did you choose this particular career path? Why become a health manager?
I've always had a passion to be involved in the healthcare scene. So being a healthcare manager, as we all know, you do need certain skills. Like you need to be able to stand out from everyone else. You need strong communication skills, and I do have that quality. I've got both verbal and non-verbal communication skills, so I'm able to represent. I'm a team lead. Most of the time, I lead teams. In terms of presentations, I'm always a team leader because of my good organizational skills. And also, I do have an eye for detail, so making sure everything is in order and on track. And also, I do have a great understanding of the changing dynamics of the healthcare scene.
Thanks for that, Irene. Bit of background and knowledge about yourself and what you enjoy doing. Now, having spoken about those skills, are there any other ideas that you may bring or, in terms of practice that you've done somewhere else that you're able to offer in this role that other candidates are not able to offer?
As a student, I've worked in different departments, so I've got that versatility. I worked with government and non-government organizations, and because of that, it's enabled me to be multi-skilled because I've worked at different levels ranging from OH&S, Occupational Health and Safety, at Rose Meadow Community Health Centre. I've also been involved in strategic planning within the at RPA, within the executives unit. I've also got a customer service background, working for Commonwealth Bank. So as you can see, there is a lot of variety. I've gained a lot of experience in both the retail and health industry.
I see. Very well said. Now, having put that into context and consideration, what would you consider your most significant strengths, personally?
Personally, I have excellent interpersonal skills. I'm also very honest and open-minded, which makes interaction with people a lot easier. People always tend to come to me for my advice because of my problem-solving skills and decision-making skills. I'm able to make quick decisions on the spot. In emergencies, I'm always ready and willing to always learn and practice new things every day. So, yeah.
Some great strengths there. Would you say you would have any weaknesses at all?
I wouldn't necessarily call it as a weakness, but it's something that can be improved on. I used to like to work on one project until it was completed before starting another one. Spending more time than necessary on a task and taking tasks personally that could easily be delegated to someone else. Even though I had never missed a deadline, I'm starting to learn when to move on to the next task, and also working on many projects at the same time because I think it allows me to be more creative and effective in each one.
Thanks for that, Irene. Now, are you able to give me an example of how you've contributed to a positive way through your previous employer?
Yeah. I always take the initiative when my manager's available. So as I said before, I'm always leading the pack. I liaise well with people because of that. And I'm also a very good planner. In my previous work placement at Blacktown Community Health Centre, my biggest contribution was involving in the planning stages of a community health needs assessment. What I did was I contacted selected health providers to form an advisory group for a project. I also developed a PowerPoint and I held a presentation on behalf of the health promotion team. I also spent time talking with invited stakeholders about collaborating, the attention to capacity building and how it's relevant in health industry, and also gaining knowledge from them and taking their expert advice, and also sharing ideas and also contributing to the effectiveness of not just a community health needs assessment, but which can be applied to any other projects as well. Yeah.
Thank you for that. Well detailed. Now, tell me about your relationship with your previous employers.
With my previous employer, I had a dynamic relationship with him. We were very different. We're different kinds of people, but working with him made me learn a lot from them, which has also contributed to my ability to accept change and cooperate well with others.
Okay, I see. Thanks for that. Now, how do you work under pressure? Has there been any situations whereby you felt pressure in any way to conduct a certain task or?
Yeah, I mean, it gets to a point where in most projects, especially if there are deadlines and the time limit is very limited, you do find yourselves in those situations. But on a personal level, I do tend to handle pressure very well. I find the situation very stimulating. It's a chance for me to actually exercise my problem-solving skills, and it also enables me to plan properly, manage my time properly, and be organized, which reduces these panic attacks. So, yeah.
Are you able to give me an example of how you've handled pressure before in your previous job?
Yeah, no worries. With the current project that I did for the Blacktown Community Health, basically what I did was I came up with a work plan. So with specific dates and the what I could accomplish by that date. So it basically made it more realistic, setting goals for myself to accomplish within a given period of time.
Thank you. Now, on a different note or scale, where would you say you see yourself in 5 years' time?
In 5 years' time, I would see myself as a true professional with many top skills from the industry. Hopefully, I would be able to move my way up. So maybe from a project officer within this industry to another level, and also basically just involving myself in different departments to develop my skills further, so I can be able to apply for many other positions.
Ambitious, I see. Now, having said that, what are your salary expectations? Is there a particular range in where you'd like to be earning, say?
Not necessarily, but as a graduate, before coming into this interview, I just had a look. I looked up New South Wales award rates, just to give me an idea. and also just for my own information, I found out that the New South Wales award rates usually ranges between 60,000 to 80,000 per annum for a health service manager. So as a graduate, my value is certainly in the upper range of this half. So yeah.
Well, you've come to the right organisation, because as you can see at Summerhill Aged Care Agency, we offer above award rate. So usually starting base salary would be around 70k. So that's usually where we start off with our salaries. So usually we're above award rate.
No worries.
So how does that sound to you?
Yeah, sounds fantastic.
Okay, thanks very much for your time, Irene. That concludes our interview today. Was there any questions that you had?
What's the culture of this organisation?
Oh, well, as you can see, I mean, displayed around here in the office, we have our core values and beliefs.
Yeah.
And as you may well be aware of, maybe if you've done your research, I'm pretty sure you may have, at Summerhill Aged Care Centre, we believe in 3 core values that we strongly believe in. One is our most important one, and that we strongly believe and that we go by, is honesty.
Yeah.
Honesty, is self-explanatory.
Yeah.
It goes with anything as saying. 2, our second one, I would say, is integrity.
Yeah.
And 3, the third one, would have to be, there's quite a few, but I would say this for me personally, I would have to say ambition.
No worries. Sure. So that answers my question. Thank you very much, John, for having me here.
No worries, Irene. So that concludes our interview for today. Thank you for coming along, spending your time here to conduct this interview this morning.
Thank you.
You'll hear from us soon.
Thank you very much.
Have a nice day.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.